Today, Kevin and I have a really fun fruit review to do for you. These are all exotic fruits. They were sent to us from Courtney, and she ordered them from Good Hill Farms in California. So we'll be talking about Good Hill Farms in just a few minutes, but right now I just want to introduce you to the fruit that we're going to be trying. I wanted to show you at the very beginning of the video, this is all the fruit that came to the house. So when we give you the price in a little bit, that price, this is what you get for the price. So I want you to know that. But we are going to be trying red dragon fruit, a yellow dragon fruit, which we've tried, but we're going to try again for you in case you missed that video. We're going to be trying white guava, caviar lime, a cherry mango, honey mango, which is right here. And then we have mangosteen, we have white sapote, and we have a bag of longan here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out one or two of each thing that we're going to be trying, and we're going to wash them off, and then we'll be back to show you how to prepare them.
Now for the slice and dice portion of the video. This is the red dragon fruit. It's pretty straightforward. This one in the yellow dragon fruit was cut it in half, scoop out the center. So they're really, really soft, super easy to cut, super easy to get out. You see how easy I am getting that out with a spoon. It was really easy. And you can't eat the outside. The outside is not edible, so it's just the part inside. So that was the red one, really pretty. And then this is the yellow one. And the yellow one is the exact same way. You cut it in half. I kind of cut it at a diagonal, not from very top to bottom, because it has like the stem part. And I didn't want that to try to cut through it. So you just scoop it right out of there. Now the white guava, this is the white guava. It was a little bit harder to cut. And it's really hard to scoop out. It's kind of firm inside. I don't know if it's because ours just wasn't quite ripe enough, but it does scoop out, and you can't actually eat the entire thing. So you can eat the center, you can eat the skins, you can eat the seeds. It's like a pear. You can literally eat the entire thing, and you don't have to worry about not eating a part of it. These caviar limes are really, really cool. I didn't know exactly how to squeeze out I didn't know what to expect because we've never had them before. So I was trying to scoop them out with my spoon. You can see the little things, and I was going to put them down there and said, no, Tammy said, no, put them in the middle. So I moved them up. Actually, she told me to put them in the first place, but we won't blame her for that. But anyway, I figured out that you could just squeeze them and they would pop right out of there without having to use a spoon. Now the mangoes, I can just speak to both mangoes. I've never cut a mango open in my life. So the description says to basically just to cut it vertically along the flat seed in the center and then pull it apart. So I tried that. I couldn't get it through the seed. So then I looked up a video and it said just slice off pieces, and you can actually then pull the flesh off, and you're supposed to be able to get cubes. This one didn't come away from the skin as easy as the next one does. So I ended up just cutting it. But you'll see in the next one, it comes apart really, really easily from the skins. You cannot eat the skin. You can just eat the inside. You just eat the inside of it. You can't eat the skin of it. So I just got some samples of that. And again, if I wanted to cut off more, there's a seed in the middle. You're going to cut around it and just get these little slices off of it, and then just make it that way. The same way with the yellow one. It's smaller and skinnier, but there's a seed I was running into that I was having to work around, and same thing. Score it all the way down to the skin, cut it along down the length of it, and then just pop out the little parts. And it works pretty easily. One thing I think would be difficult with this is getting large pieces. I don't know how a restaurant would do it because I didn't watch it that much, but large pieces would be kind of hard to get out of here because you have to slice it kind of weird. It would just take you a while to clean all these, honestly. And that was a lot softer too. So this was the easiest one, probably one of the easiest ones, except for the dragon fruit. You just literally cut it. And it reminds me of a walnut or a pecan or something. It kind of has when you crack open a walnut or pecan, it has this little, like the nut is actually inside and you can't eat the outside, the shell. That's what this kind of reminds me of. It has a shell on the outside and you just pop the inside loose. It does say that you can eat the seeds. The small seeds are edible, but I don't think those big seeds were edible. I didn't try to eat one of them, but the bigger seeds in there, I don't think you can eat. You can eat the little black seeds, but not the big brown ones. This is the one that gave me the most trouble. This is the Sapote, and it was really hard. And it makes it sound like it's really easy. Cut it in half, remove the seeds, and the flesh can be scooped out with a spoon. Well, you see me struggling with it. I can't hardly get the seeds out. And what little bit I can scoop out of there, it was really hard. And then you run into another seed. So the seeds were like all over the place. And I'm struggling to get anything out of this we could try. So I told Tammy, I said, just grab a bigger one. Maybe if I try a bigger one, it'll work out better. So we get a bigger one. And it was, I can just tell you, it was still difficult to do, even the big one, because the seeds are like right next to each other and you really can't do anything with it. It's just like the seeds are right next to each other with very little of the fruity part, the meat part around the seed. So it looks like there's a lot at the top. There's not. There's a seed right underneath of that. So I don't think it was really worth the effort. But again, maybe this one just wasn't quite ripe yet, but we couldn't let the other fruit that was ripe just sit and wait for this one to ripen. We had to eat it now. So we didn't want the other fruit to basically rot. So that was the toughest one for sure. And this is the Longan. It was really easy. Once you break through that little skin, actually, if you had something like sharp, you could just poke a hole in it and just peel it like a grape. It's a really hard, like outer skin. And you just, I popped the first one. I took the seed out. The other ones, I just left the seed in, and you can just eat around the seed. It's a really, really hard seed. So there's no cutting around that seed or doing anything else with it. You just gotta take it out and don't eat it, because you see it's really, really hard. But the skin's super easy to get off. It didn't have any problems at all getting the seeds out.
We are going to be trying the red dragon fruit first. It says red dragon fruit perfectly blends sweet and earthy flavors like pear and kiwi. Its crisp texture resembles a water-rich melon, and the tiny edible black seeds offer a subtle crunch. Okay, and you would think this was photoshopped because it's so beautiful. I love the color.
It's probably the prettiest one on display.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
It's very soft too. So it's soft like a melon.
I like the texture of the little seeds. Yeah. They're not
really hard.
Right. They're not hard seeds, and they're easy to eat. The whole thing is extremely easy to eat. So it kind of just, it almost disintegrates.
It does. It's very loose. It just falls apart, really.
I can see adding this if you were to make like a fruit bowl for the color.
Yeah,
but not for the flavor.
Yeah, it has a very light, subtle flavor, and it's not super sweet. But it reminds me more melon-like than anything.
It does, and so this would be pretty to add to a lot of things just for the color. But as far as flavor, just know that you're not adding much flavor at all. It's a very, very light, and you can tell that there's a lot of water content in that.
It's good.
The next one is the yellow dragon fruit, which we did a whole video of yellow dragon fruit, but we're going to try it again. Like I said, in case you missed that one, yellow dragon fruit is the sweetest dragon fruit. Crisp and juicy, the interior is nearly see-through, and its seeds are bigger compared to other types. Now, you, in that video we did not care for the seeds.
I don't generally like little small crunchy things anyway. What I found was, even with the first one, what I did was I just kind of mushed it up with my tongue or a little bit with my teeth. I don't actually crunch into the seeds. That one was probably the wettest fruit on this table. When you cut into it, more moisture comes out of that one than anything.
I love it.
The flavor is still very subtle, very light.
It is, but it is so much sweeter. Like the first one had very little sweetness to it. Yeah. This is extremely sweet.
And sweeter and wetter.
Yes, you can tell, like with the first one, that has even more water content. Like you feel like you could pick it up and just squeeze it.
And you probably could.
Yeah, you probably could. But the seeds are a little, they're crunchy, but they're not hard crunchy.
Yeah, they're not even as hard as like a raspberry seed or a strawberry seed.
No.
None of that kind of, they're very, when you bite into them, they literally collapse. It just has a little bit of crunch to it.
I want to keep eating it because it's so good.
Yeah.
But, okay, so next we have the white guava. Like all guavas, this variety is compared to a mix between a pear and a strawberry. It is sweet and aromatic with hints of citrus and floral notes. However, white guava contains more sugar and its texture can be more starchy.
And didn't it say you could eat the skin too on that one?
It says including the skin, yes.
Yeah, and the seeds. So you can just eat the whole thing like you do a pear. We cut it and tried to hollow it out a little bit.
Right.
Because I usually don't like the skins too much.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are you supposed
Those
to?
seeds are hard. Mm-hmm. I'm just swallowing it whole. I don't like the flavor of that at all. It's very bitter. Yeah, those seeds are hard. I just swallowed the seeds whole. I didn't try to bite them.
You can't.
They're very, very hard. Oh.
What does that remind you of?
Not good. It's not sweet at all. And it doesn't remind you of a pear. It doesn't remind you of, it's got a tartness to it.
You literally cannot bite through the seeds.
No, they're very, very hard. So
You have to swallow them.
You end up eating them whole.
Yes, you have to swallow them. I don't mind the flavor
It's
of
okay.
it.
It's there's not really much flavor to it.
No.
It's more of a citrusy kind of, not even that.
It's
kind
not
of
citrusy. No, I wouldn't say citrusy.
like a
To,
tartness. I don't know.
to me, the texture is almost like eating a raw potato, but it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not
Like a pear. A pear is
It's
kinda
like a pear. Yes. So the texture would be more like a pear. The flavor.
It's not as grainy as a pear.
No. The flavor is
Very light.
yes, it's light. I don't get any. There's no like citrus. There's no acidity to it. There's
something there, but I don't know what I would say.
But
it's
you
not
said
a tang.
you
It's
said
not
you did not
I
like
don't really
the
like
flavor.
it. Well, I tell you what really throws me is the texture alone.
Those seeds.
That would keep me from eating it, from enjoying it. I don't know. Maybe that was.
I'm gonna be honest with
maybe
you.
that was my initial impression. Was I got the texture of it, and it's immediate. Like I don't like it.
Honestly, there's so many seeds that you're not actually getting to enjoy the flavor of the fruit because you're worried about biting into one of those seeds. So instead of actually being able to enjoy it, you're just having to swallow it. It's like I'm not getting any joy out of it. So for me, that one would be a total pass because it's like, I don't want something I have to pop like a pill.
Yeah.
And basically that's what I'm doing.
It's funny, we've had lots of things with guava in it that was so much stronger flavor than that.
That one's not.
That is not the flavor of what I would consider guava.
No, not at all. Okay. Well, the next one is the Caviar lime.
Which were cool. I like it that you literally squeeze it and get these little bitty balls out of
teeny
it.
tiny like little fish eggs.
Yes, which is caviar.
Okay, it says a small elongated citrus fruit celebrated for its unique caviar-like pearls of tangy juice. It varies in color from green and yellow to brown and purple. The flavor is a burst of citrusy zest, slightly less sour than traditional limes, making it a sought-after ingredient in gourmet cooking. Okay.
I just touched my fork to it and they stick to it.
Oh, they do. How cool.
And then bite it with your front teeth. They're like little crunchy little seeds on them. Not seeds, but the little, like little, the pulp of like any kind of citrus, but these are teeny tiny little. It says it's less tart, and it probably is less tart than a regular lime, but it does have a burst of that tartness to it.
If you just take out and swallow some,
I don't think you'd get much flavor.
you're really missing out on a lot of the flavor. In order to get that strong flavor, you need to take it and bite it between your.
That's what I was saying. Bite it
Yes,
between your
I'm
front
glad
teeth.
you
It
said
was
that.
nice.
because it's kind of like Pop Rocks. You know, Pop Rocks, if you get some Pop Rocks and you just swallow them, you're missing all the fun of the Pop Rocks. In order to get that excitement, you have to hold it in your mouth. For these, you really need to bite through that little bitty pearl.
Let the juice out.
To get that, and it is strong. So you could use just a few of those on like if you were going to do an ice cream or something like that, and just put a few of those on top. That's all it would really take and to bring that flavor. I don't mind it though.
I would say, I don't know, but it would seem like a lot of people's pages would use this as a garnish on top of things.
Right, yeah,
like
that's what I'm thinking.
It's probably going to add some flavor when you eat it too, but it'd be nice as a little pile of little eggy looking things.
But you would never look at that. I would have thought that was a little pickle or something.
It looks like a little sweet pickle.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known that even what it was, that it was a lime. Okay, now we have a cherry mango. And you were not sure of the flavor of this one.
I couldn't find a good, there's another small piece right there.
This one seems very hard.
Ooh, very strong. Yeah, I couldn't find anything. Well, you know, your initial flavor is very strong, but after that, it kind of dies off, doesn't it? Yeah, it really ends up not having much flavor at all, honestly.
You know what I like about that? Is that it is very firm. It's not hard, but it's firm.
You have to actually chew it.
And you have to actually chew it. It's almost like an apple.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's firm like an apple.
It's probably even firmer than an apple.
Yes, but I like it because if you it's gonna take you some time to eat that, and you're gonna feel like you got a lot because you're really having to chew that. But the flavor, it's a little bit on the kind of like an earthy.
Yeah.
There's kind of like an earthiness
when you first
to
start
it.
eating it.
When you first start eating it, yeah, but then it quickly it mellows out a little bit, and it's not bad at all.
It's a really strong. You ought to take another bite of that. The very first bite you get, when you first start chewing it, it's almost like you're eating the stem of a flower.
Yes.
Like the green part of but it's got a little bit of a floral kind of in there. So it starts out really strong.
But then there's a little bit of sweetness.
And then that part goes away, and then you're left with just kind of this sweet, no flavor.
Yeah. That though,
not bad.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
I could snack on it. I probably wouldn't, but I could.
That would be fun to put in a fruit bowl with a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
And it really does have the texture of an apple.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to stick that in my mouth.
Oh, sorry.
The next one is a honey mango. A small golden yellow mango with a thin skin that turns wrinkly and spotted as it ripens. It is typically smaller than other mango varieties. The flesh is velvety smooth, non-fibrous, and has a creamy texture. Renowned for their sweet and rich flavor.
Yeah, this one was more fibrous. The first one, the white one or whatever, it was the cherry. The cherry one was more fibrous, more dense. This one's supposed to be softer.
Okay, sweet and rich flavor, and this is the honey mango.
And it is softer. Yeah, there's a very strong floral flavor right at first, isn't there? Really strong floral. Kind of marigold.
But do you think that as far as mangoes go, which one do you think, like...
Well, there's definitely a difference in texture.
Like we're watching Lost right now, and you see them, usually they have the green ones. So
I think there's like 400 different varieties of mango.
Oh, okay. Well, then we don't know what they're eating on Lost.
Whatever they can buy from the show. I think I read online because I was looking for the cherry one, trying to get a description of what the flavor was like, and everybody was just saying there's tons of varieties of mangoes, and then none of them really listed what any of them were. So it's like I just gave up.
I like them both. I like the honey mango because I do like that it's softer. So
it is softer and it's a little sweeter.
So what I like about the cherry mango was I do like that it's firm. So I mean, I'm saying I like the firmness, but then I like the softness. But if you put them both in a bowl together, they both kind of taste very similar. They both have
that kind of earthy flowery kind of flavor at the beginning.
So that you can tell they're absolutely from the same family. One of them's just, like family members. One of them's kind of hard and one of them's softer,
But what do we use when we try other mango things? Not mangoes. When we try mango drinks and things like that, what do we always say?
We say that it tastes like a peach.
Nothing.
They just don't taste like a peach at all. No.
So whatever flavoring they're putting into these drinks and candies and stuff, they don't taste anything like this.
Or maybe that's a completely different breed of mango.
That's true.
Yeah, and we're used to that type of mango, and these aren't that.
Yeah, these are not the peachy.
Because these do not taste like peach at all. No. But I like them both.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
one's just firmer than the other. It's really the only difference.
The next one is a mangosteen. It says mangosteen is known for its delicate and sweet white pulp, often compared to a blend of banana. Peach flavor. Its exterior is tough and purplish brown, offering a unique contrast to its creamy custard-like interior. So it's often compared to a blend of banana.
And it says you can't eat something. The edible parts is the white flesh inside, and the small seeds are also edible. Small seeds.
So you can eat those.
Yeah, but I don't think you'd want to eat one of those great big seeds.
Probably not. Oh, this feels very soft.
It's very mushy. It kind of felt slimy.
That's interesting. I'm gonna have to pick that out with my finger.
I know you gotta kind of scoop it. It's got some big seeds that are, I think, kind of hard. You probably wouldn't want to eat those, but
it is incredibly soft.
Yeah,
it's almost
gummy.
It's softer though.
It really is.
It's softer. I'm trying to think of another food to compare it to.
I don't know if I've ever had another food to compare that to.
I mean, it feels so delicate.
It's very soft, and the flavors are very subtle again.
Well,
like a lot of these.
At first, I think the flavor, I think it has a funkiness to it. I think there's just a funk, but truly. But then it does quickly go away, just like with that cherry mango, I think. And there is some sweetness behind it.
All I get is really sweetness to it.
Yeah,
it's like sweet water almost to me.
Yes, but the initial flavor is a funkiness to it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like dirty water, and then sweet. But it is so soft, so delicate that it's just gonna almost like the first thing just disintegrate in your mouth. That's what it's like.
They were super easy to get out though. You saw that.
Yeah, and it was neat looking on the inside.
Unlike the next one.
What is the next one? The next one is the white sapote. White sapote have a green to yellowish skin and a creamy white custard-like flesh. The fruit is round or oval and can range in size. They have a sweet and mild flavor, often likened to a combination of peach, pear, and vanilla. So
I like how, well, I've already talked about it previously, but I think it's funny how simple they make it sound to just scoop out the flesh, and then this is what you end up with.
And unless we were just missing something, I don't know why you would buy this, because it doesn't seem like you're getting a lot out of it. You must not have liked that.
There's just nothing to it. There's no sweetness. There's nothing.
Oh, it's no flavor.
There's literally no flavor. It gives a little texture, but there's nothing there.
There's no flavor at all.
Well, it's not worth the trouble of cleaning it out, that's for sure. It's awful.
It's literally no flavor. What would you say the texture?
About the most neutral flavor as you can possibly get.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. It's like you're eating, you're taking something in, but it's like, how could this even be any calories? Because there's absolutely no flavor to this.
And no sweetness, really. There's literally nothing.
Nothing. It's just texture. No flavor at all. What would you compare the texture to?
I don't know. It's kind of firm. It's softer than a pear. It's not apple-like.
It's not as crunchy as an apple. It's more like a...
It's softer than an apple.
It's softer than an apple.
It's softer than a pear.
It's almost like when you have the inside of an orange and you have that white skin. If that white skin were thicker and
Maybe,
crisper, then that is more like that.
Yeah,
It's
kind of
just...
a chewier texture.
It's I mean, there's
I
nothing,
don't mind it,
there's
but
nothing to not like because
Yeah.
it's nothing. It's
No.
like, but I don't understand why anyone, like, why would
spend money to...
why would you spend money on it? Or what dish are you possibly using that in? Because it's not adding any flavor at all. None. It's only adding a texture.
At least from what we're getting.
Yeah, so why, I don't understand why you would ever buy that. I don't understand why you would go to the trouble of growing it or cutting it or anything. Or
Because it's a pain to get
and
out.
no telling how much it cost. But I don't understand the point of that
When
one.
I go through the cost, I'll tell you about it. But that was, she actually purchased those separate as
Oh.
an addition to.
Okay.
So she wanted us to try them. I don't know why.
Well,
If you eat them all the time, let us know.
Yes.
Is there
yes.
something that says
What
ripe
are you
yet? What's
What
the
are
deal?
you using this for? Because I don't understand why you would ever buy that again, because it has no flavor at all.
Right.
That's just odd. Okay, this is the Longan. The juicy honey-like sweetness and delightful aroma will elevate your mood with every bite. Sometimes characterized as a honey grape, Longan fruit makes a mouth-watering and musky snack.
Musky kind of scares me a little bit. But
Musky snack? I told Kevin, this looks like a grape. It looks just like a clear grape.
I can see the musky. It's more fibrous than a grape, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It does have kind of a, when they say musky,
It tastes like flower water, plant water.
Yeah.
You know, like when you get a bouquet of flowers and you put it in your
it's been
vase,
sitting in there for a while.
and that water starts to turn brown, and you think, that looks like funky water. That tastes like that plant water.
It is somewhat sweet, but I was expecting it to be sweeter. Kind of, it's called a honey grape.
It's not bad. It literally tastes like I would expect that. And Tammy, have you ever tried plant water? No, I have not. But that's what I would.
That's what you imagine.
That's what I would imagine
The
it
smell
tastes
of
like.
that is like the taste of
Yeah,
that.
like flower water. Yeah, it's not, honestly, it's not bad. I don't think it's bad.
It settles in better than it is while you're
Yeah,
eating.
there's a slight sweetness to it. I don't mind the texture
It's
of
tougher
it.
than a grape for sure.
Yeah. I don't eat many grapes. I don't eat a lot of grapes. Truth be told, I would rather eat that than a grape.
Oh, really?
I would. I'd rather
don't like
have
that
a little bit of the
funkiness.
muskiness.
No.
Yeah, because
It's a
I
little funky.
actually like that better, and I actually like the texture because grapes have a tough exterior, and to me, I like the texture of this more than just a regular grape. Yeah,
Well,
I actually like
You're
that.
actually peeling off the exterior of that one. So.
Yeah, well, I really do like that. It looks like, you know, on Survivor or I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. They have them eat like eyeballs,
Fish eyes or something.
like a cow eyeball. That's what that looks like. It looks like a sheep's eyeball or something. But it actually tastes really
okay.
good.
The only ones I would eat again, honestly, is probably the dragon fruit.
I love my favorite thing here is that white.
Either one of the dragon fruits are
yellow dragon fruit.
Yeah, either one of those would be fine. The lime thing, I could see its place. It wouldn't be something you would eat all the time, but I could see its place.
And it wasn't bad. It's just I don't get the point.
I mean,
there's nothing to not like.
Yeah, except for preparing it.
Yeah, it was a pain for you to prepare it, but
Yeah, there's certain things about all of them that I like and dislike. You know, it's just like that one that was kind of like a pear, but the seeds were really, really hard. So it's like you have to just eat them solid. So anyway.
Well, I wanted to tell you, Good Hills Farms. They are in Fallbrook, California. That is the company that Courtney ordered these from.
Mm-hmm.
They came to our house. They came in boxes. Everything was packaged nicely.
They had cold packs in them, but they were all melted.
They were, completely melted. But that's okay. We took everything and we put it in the refrigerator. It says...
And I did look it up to make sure everything was okay to put in the refrigerator. All it does putting it in the refrigerator is extends the life by about 5 days.
Yes. Good Hills Farms is a friends and family owned subtropical farm and nursery nestled in coastal hills above sunny San Diego. We farm a beautiful 20 acres in Fallbrook, California. So now I'm going to hand it over.
It did mention, let me add to that, I didn't put it in the description. It did mention that this is like a partner farm. So maybe they don't grow everything, every piece of fruit there. They may get it from other farms around the area.
Okay. So well, because
if you go to their website, it goes into all that. There's a whole page about partner farm and all that stuff. So
Kevin looked up all the information, like ordering process and all that, and what's available and the prices and stuff. So that's why I'm going to hand it over to him right now.
So I'm just going to tell you what Courtney ordered. She ordered the Healthy Superfruit Bundle, which came, which was everything here except for a couple of other items. So that was the bundle. It was 8 pounds. It was $180. Then you got the white Sapote that she paid an additional $30 for. That's what that hard thing was. And it's like
she paid $30.
Yeah, for we got
there were like
nine of them.
There's 9 of us.
Yeah, there's 9 different ones. She paid $30 for those.
And there must have been a reason. So she'll let us know. Okay.
And then she got 2 free items because she ordered these. She got the finger limes, the little caviar limes. She got those free, and she got this one single mango for free. So her total was $210 for all that stuff. What I found interesting is the order, she sent us the order information, and it said it was a healthy superfruit bundle. So I went to the superfruit bundle thinking I would see the descriptions of all this stuff. It had 7 items on it. But 5 of those 7 were completely different than what we got. So I don't know if...
5 of the 7.
Yeah,
wow, that's a lot.
So I don't know if maybe when she ordered it, it was this thing, and maybe it changed over to something else. Maybe they didn't have all the stuff she ordered. So I don't know. I don't know why they replaced them. I'm just letting you know, at least from what I can see, it very specifically said Healthy Superfruit Bundle. I searched for that on their website and clicked on the thing that popped up, which had the exact same name that listed 5 completely different fruits. So, so they had they were listing what in the bundle right now. If you go to the website right now, it was cherinoya. Is that how you would say that? The lychee, kumquat, pomegranate, and avocado. And the only things the same was the mangosteen and the longan. So those are the only 2 that we actually got out of the bundle that's listed online. Like I said, maybe there's something on their website that says we can switch out fruit and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just telling you.
But it worked out well what they did give us.
Yeah, because we've tried a couple of those.
We've tried, like a pomegranate. We've actually done a video.
Yeah.
I think the video is called like trying random fruit or something like that. And so we had like 5 different things in there that we were trying that we'd never tried before. And I'm glad that it worked out this way, because even though it was different than what's listed, we got to try things for the most part, besides the dragon fruit.
Everything else was different.
Yeah, we got to try things that we've never tried before and probably wouldn't. And like I said in the very beginning, that is why Courtney very, very generously mailed this to us, is because she said, you see this luxury fruit and you wonder if it's worth buying or not, and you don't know. And she said she thought other people would be curious to know. And so anytime you see yellow dragon fruit, totally get it. I think red. Or the red. The red's good. The red is gorgeous. I mean, really, it's stunning to look at.
Kind of like a pomegranate. Pomegranates are cool to look at too, with all those little seeds.
Yes. So that doesn't have near the flavor. If you want something sweet, a sweet fruit, then that yellow dragon fruit is just wonderful to eat. But then these other things, I really like the Longan. I like the Longan, the ones that were like little grapes. I enjoy trying this cherry mango and then the honey mango. This was a fun video to do. And the only one that it's just, I don't understand why you would buy this one. What was this one called? This was like the, had so many seeds that I don't understand the point of that one. And then I don't
Guava.
The what?
Guava.
Well,
White guava.
White guava. So specifically white guava, I don't get the point of that because the seeds don't let you enjoy it. And then I absolutely don't get the point of the one she paid extra, the Sapote. But everything else was really fun to try.
It was neat.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know if you enjoyed this type of video. I know it's different and long, but if you did, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time.